Around the beginning of this year, I got an email telling me that I won the Interrail tickets. And if you don't know what that is, they basically allow you to travel for 7 days within Europe as much as you want. And I'll talk about it at the end of this video because now we're going to Prague. We got to Prague in the morning and we went to our hotel, which turned out to be pretty moldy, disgusting even. Anyway, nice. And by the way, like no one from the hotel is here. So since we couldn't really get rid of our luggage, we decided to go to a museum where they had storage.
How do you like that?
The best. And that's the National Museum in Prague. They have the most random collection of exhibitions I've seen, which kind of made it interesting. We also couldn't get to the dome, so I rated like 5 out of 10.
Oklady, numismacki, Spirek.
Zbirek. So, what's like your impression of Prague?
Hot as hell. Very beer, very sexual, for a not understood by me reason.
And that might be a good moment to introduce my good friends and fellow travelers, Mati, Zuzana, Antonina, and Isa. In Prague, we went to see other 2 museums. And we also saw a sex machine museum. That was interesting. We had our side quest involving tarot cards. Basically, we want we want these specific cards because they hold
A special place
value
in our hearts.
Yes. We randomly met our friends at a bar. The beginning of our trip was actually most fun I've had in a long time. I sometimes feel old studying at the university and doing adult things like living on your own. And there I felt like a teenager again. And I'm 20 by the way, so like that's not that far. Okay, how do you guys feel about leaving our first hotel?
Excited to see Germany.
I'm hyper excited.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we didn't think this through and we went to sleep at 2 while we had to wake up at like 7:30. So I don't really know why we did that, to be honest.
No idea.
Yeah, I just didn't think about like
to party, you know.
yeah,
Crazy Erasmus girls.
slay and don't regret.
Slay.
Juice. What's your favorite Czech word?
Ahoy.
After 2 nights in Prague, we went to Munich. So we have a first malfunction of our journey. Could you tell us more about it?
There was multiple announcements, all in German.
Yes.
That something was happening, and that that the train will stop working, and that we have to get out.
So our train is cancelled and the next one is in an hour. So I hope that one is gonna work.
Where are we?
Vegan Asian restaurant.
Yeah. In Munich, because we finally arrived. Our time in Munich was actually very spontaneous, which I loved. We played spikeball for the first time in our lives with some strangers, and then we were invited to a free open cinema. And Mati asked a question on the stage. She has my eternal respect for that.
Can I have an international question?
The next day, we went to Bodensee, which is a huge lake between Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. Where are we going?
Oh no, I forgot it again. It's Lindau Ansel.
So we went to a city called Lindau. This was one of the couple times we had problems with German trains. Because of that, I really recommend you have a DB app on your phone if you're traveling there. Actually, nearly like every railway company has its own app, so I recommend downloading those for latest updates. And Lindau was a great break from the city centers and museums, and I kind of wished we had more trips like that. Okay, so we messed up the trains, and it's 1 a.m. and we're coming back to the hotel. We have our train in 4 hours? 3?
3 hours on 4 a.m. No point in sleeping.
That day we were going to Netherlands and we decided to take an 8-hour stop to visit Frankfurt. We bought seat reservations to get some sleep. So we're in a dialogue museum, that's how it's called. And basically it's about disabilities and like being blind. So we'll experience what being blind feels like with a guide and, you know, walk in the darkness and try to find our way around. What's one thing that you were surprised by?
That being blind is kind of relaxing, actually.
That I felt touched. I started crying at some point.
We don't know what's going on in Frankfurt. Frankfurt is pure chaos.
Yeah.
Like right now, when we like arrived, it was so peaceful and like really beautiful and really nice. And now
We crossed that one street and people there were literally lying on the ground crying.
and like taking drugs, and I'm like,
We are in the Netherlands, so we're in Utrecht, so it takes about 40 minutes to get to Rotterdam now. Okay, so we're in Rotterdam. Rotterdam. Okay, so we're now in the tea lab. Well, and we kind of have more of a chill day, I guess, because we wanted to go to a museum, but then we got derailed and it was too late and the museum closed. So now we're just chilling mostly. We spent the next day in Rotterdam. We stayed in my apartment, which I didn't really show because I have an apartment tour, and every time we went back there, we just like slept. From Rotterdam, we also took day trips to other places. Hey guys, we are in The Hague today, so for now we're in a cafe as usually when we're filming, and we're gonna take canal cruise. So we're basically gonna like sightsee the series in the canals. So very Dutch. And now we're in a cafe called Coffee Company, which is, I mean, I recommend visiting it because there's many events advertising here. So if you want to find something cool to do after you travel, yeah, maybe.
The sketchy fables, that's fables, I don't know. And this is like an art thing. And also we have a movie, it's a documentary about lava. And I'm like super stoked. Maybe we can go to cinema.
So yeah, we did go to the movie. How did you like the movie?
It was half in French and
Half in random languages.
yeah, I mean, the subtitles were Dutch. The movie was basically French with like English narration and also Spanish sometimes like sprinkled in. And one time it was Japanese, so I understood jack shit.
And we did go on a canal cruise, which was in Dutch because we reserved it too late. Yeah, I really recommend planning your days better than we did. And the other day we went to Amsterdam and this cool visual arts museum. We also did some sightseeing and then met up with other Discover EU people in a bar, which I didn't record because we don't really know them and that's awkward. On our last day in the region, we went to Brussels, which was actually my favorite city of all that we visited. Inevitably, we needed to head to our last destination, and I was really tired, as you can see.
I'm very tired.
But yeah, we got to Berlin, our last stop.
I am in Berlin. Basically, I'm visiting the city alone because I went to sleep after we came back and my 1 hour nap turned into a 4 hour nap. So everybody like was gone and they went to visit some places. But now I'm going to a museum that I visited a year ago and I really liked it, so I thought I can visit it again.
And that's it for this video. This journey went by so fast and so slow. At the same time, it was super intense, if you couldn't tell. But about the tickets, this is something you can actually buy. They're called Interrail tickets, and I post the link down below. They cost around 250 euros. And with that, you can travel for 7 days within 30 days. So you travel, you have 7 travel days and the rest you spend in the places you go to. But the thing is that if you're 18, there is a competition called Discover EU and you can apply. It's very simple and you get the chance to win those tickets for free. This is what I did. I'm 20, but COVID kind of like allowed me to do that anyway. So good luck to you guys. I hope you found that video useful. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I know there are many videos about the Interrail, but everybody has their own experiences, so maybe you want to ask something me. That wasn't really grammatical. Anyway, thank you for watching again, and see you in my next video.